Hi, it's Janet from the Sisterhood of Salaam Shalom. In today's video, I talk about the importance of debriefing your actions. It can be pretty tempting to skip this step, but if you do, you'll lose two important opportunities for insight and personal growth. Gone! But if you take the time, even 5 or 10 minutes, to articulate what went well, you can use your insights when planning future actions. Life is easier when you don't have to reinvent the wheel each time. But you know, not everything goes according to plan, right? So if you understand your individual or collective actions, how they made things perhaps more complicated, you can shift your responses in the future. It's all about growing as leaders. Now, I know most of us don't want to hear that our actions made things more difficult. But remember, this is about growth, not judgment. I recently spoke with a young woman who spent 4 years in high school organizing interfaith and social justice projects, and she debriefed after each one. Now she's in graduate school getting a master's degree in education, and she observed something very funny. Her peers were all really nervous, anticipating critique of their student teaching. She was cool as a cucumber. And when I asked her, she said she credited 2 things for her calm demeanor. First, she trusted her professors were there to help her grow, not to judge her. And second, she knew how to turkey vulture. Turkey vulture? Okay, let me explain. When a turkey vulture eats, she swallows her prey whole, digests what she needs, and leaves the rest by the side of the road. The same is true of feedback. Listen, take in what's nourishing, and discard what isn't helpful. You're not obliged to follow every bit of advice, but I encourage you to listen. Take a moment to honestly explore the merits of what you hear, and then decide for yourself. Here's one way to give and receive feedback. Right after your event, before everyone disperses, gather your planning team. Start by naming all the things you did, both individually and collectively, that went really well, and be as specific as possible. We used a work plan and completed all our pre-event tasks on time. Or, when the dialogue group got off topic, I brought them back by reframing the question. You'll be surprised at how many things you can come up with. While it might be tempting to dive right into what went wrong, don't skip this step, no matter what. Even if the entire action or project seemed like a disaster from start to finish. It doesn't happen often, but sometimes it does. You can identify at least one thing you collectively appreciated in your planning. Then it's okay to dive into issues and concerns. They can be personal, like, I wished I had asked another sister to make the cold phone calls. I discovered I hate making them, and I put them off until it was too late. Or they can be collective. I wished we had started looking for a venue 6 weeks before the event. Our publicity went out late because we didn't know the location. Again, notice my examples are very specific. Check out the sample feedback questions in the online library. If a sister shares a negative comment about something you were responsible for, assume goodwill. She's not there to judge you. We're all growing as leaders. Try asking a question. What do you think I could have done differently to make the planning process less stressful? The beauty of this process is you can always turkey vulture any comments that don't feel helpful to you. That, along with knowing your sisters will also self-reflect, creates a foundation for giving and receiving feedback with compassion. I always prefer to have a quick debrief in person. But if there's no time to process together after the event, don't worry, you can always share your thoughts via email or on a conference call. What's most important is that you take the time to reflect and to give and receive feedback. When everyone is on board with this technique, you'll be amazed at how easy it is to turn your fear of feedback into appreciation for the gifts you'll receive. Oh, and about that turkey vulture? I have a picture of one gracing my refrigerator.